So one of my favorite teachers is Paul Chek. He talks about quality proteins. What he says is there's a tremendous difference in the quality of protein in the meat from an animal given steroids and one raised on its own accord. The one given steroids is lacking certain essential amino acids. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has approved the feeding of sawdust, plastic chips, industrial waste, sewage, cement dust, and dead animal parts to commercially raised animals. These are toxins, and the body stores toxins in fat, right? So when you consume something that's horrible for you and full of chemicals and toxins, your body goes, can I eliminate this through the feces? And it goes, I can eliminate this much through the feces, but because I've been binging on pizza and McDonald's for the last week, there's still a lot stuck in the body. What does it do? It just stores it away into the cell walls of the GI tract and the whole stomach. So it just kind of stores it away in the fat. That turns into fat. So essentially, when you see people who are really, really overweight, who have just been eating like horrible food, they're like walking toxic bags, basically, of flesh. And it's really, really scary because once you start cleaning that out, you really have to start being careful how you do that so you don't overburden the liver and the kidneys. Here's a little picture I have for everyone. I know that you guys saw it at the last workshop already. It's just kind of like the paleo food pyramid. And we see that like there's meats and fats and grass-fed butter, maybe some coconut oil, some olive oil on the bottom. And that's basically the basis. I would disagree with this food pyramid slightly. I would say that vegetables should be right down there. I think that you should always balance meats with vegetables to avoid constipation, as well as to make sure you're getting enough alkalinity in your system, especially if you drink coffee, which is also acidic. Not necessarily bad though. So we also see that nuts and berries are kind of in the middle, and we see that berries are different than the fruits on the top. Why? Because the fruits on the top are basically high sugary fruits, right? Like an orange, high sugar, grapes, high sugar. So we want to consume these a little bit less. Once again, if you're a hard-charging athlete, like a CrossFitter, somebody who, this is always like, you shouldn't just be like, I'm a CrossFitter, so I should eat grapes after a workout plus like 5 steaks. Try it out. See how it works with your body. I've experimented, what I found after doing really, really strict paleo for a while and being somebody who's constantly active, like riding my bike back and forth from Brooklyn multiple times in like the last 2 days, as well as doing crazy workouts all the time, I get really spacey and ungrounded when I don't have enough carbohydrate intake. So I've actually upped my carbohydrate intake in the last few months just through being in a new phase of my life where I'm much more active. Doing the MMA with Derek and all these guys, and then also doing CrossFit is really, and biking all the time, it's been nuts. So I can actually get away with a lot more carbohydrate intake. Like I said, try it out on your own, see where you're balanced. If you're basically someone who sits in an office chair all day, and like I said, this can also change day to day, right? Like some days I work and I'm at school all day and I'm sitting in an office chair and it's like, I don't really eat as much meat, unless I'm like really trying to recover. I really don't. We're gonna go into a little bit more strategies about like intermittent fasting and all this other stuff that you can do to really clean out your system and get it really clean so it's efficient. So you're actually gonna maximize weight loss in places you don't want weight. So you're gonna maximize muscle gain because things are gonna get assimilated into your system so much easier.